Hello, everyone. It's been a while. Work has been intense. And just life. My photo booth is doing a weird pausing thing. So let's hope this goes okay. I don't know if your life has been a bit intense, but mine has. Just with work and the pandemic going on, it seems to make everything I don't know, so much harder to do. Thank you so much for your last assignment. If you haven't seen it, I graded all. When did I finish grading all your library brochures? Was it last week? Time goes by, man. But I really appreciated a lot of the hard work that you all put into it. There's some great graphics and great use of balancing graphics with text and figuring out what kind of text to use that'll be entertaining and intriguing to the reader and to library staff and to other stakeholders. So if you haven't checked your grade, I always provide feedback. So there is feedback listed. I'll do that with every assignment, like your library spreadsheet. I'm working on grading that at the moment. Thank you for submitting that. And also thank you for feedback. I got some emails about confusions, so I will go back to this assignment and rework it so it's a little bit clearer when I teach this class again. This is my second time teaching it, and what usually happens at most universities is you're kind of given a course, and in many cases there's already pre-existing assignments, and you can create your own assignments, and I have done that, but this is a pre-existing assignment, so I just need to work with it a little bit. So it's good when you all have questions. That helps me know that, hey, there's something on here that is not quite clear and not quite easily readable. So I will work on that. And I'll double check to make sure next upcoming assignment, such as the budget assignment, which is due the 21st. I'm a nerd, so I think I'd like all the statistics, anything involved, like with the library spreadsheet that you all created and the budget assignment. I think that stuff's really interesting and actually pertains to being a librarian, especially in management. Creating reports, creating the budget, dealing with budget cuts, that sort of thing. But so I hope I don't know if enjoy is the right word, but appreciate what you learned from this assignment. So in this one, there's also there's a PDF attached. I'm just looking at the assignment right now. So there's a budget cut that's handed down by the city, naturally. So you're trying to create a revised budget for the library board to approve. And then you'll write a short paper about 20,000 words. That is not a short paper. That is a dissertation or less. I'm trying to remember how many words. About 2,000 words, give or take, about why you made these changes. So again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me and ask. I'm here for you, as always. Let's see, what else is going on? I'm working my way. Haven't looked yet. I was gonna wait till I actually recorded this video to look at the responses you came up with for my last announcement, about what is keeping you mentally well or somewhat sane. I'm doing somewhat sane. I'm trying to work on that. I've gotten into minimalism, not hardcore, but if you're unfamiliar with minimalism, it's an approach to living where you live with less, basically, and decluttering my apartment. Kind of a spring cleaning, but I started in January, so there you go. So I was watching, I had one on the background while I was writing. That's what has been consuming a lot of my time is writing. I have deadlines just like you all do, and I often miss those deadlines. So I was frantically writing this morning, but I had one on in the background, and they were talking about decluttering your office. And my office is here now, so it's already decluttered because I had to build it from scratch after we were all kicked out of our offices. Not really kicked out. But let's see, what else is going on? I mentioned I need to post some links of interest. If you all see anything that you think is interesting, please send it my way or share it with the class. Share it below in this video. I know Maggie does a great job of that. It's always nice to share what is really going on in the library world. The paper I was actually writing is more of an editorial than a research paper. It was talking about the hashtag protect the library workers. If you're on Twitter, if you're on library Twitter, it's a hashtag that started off when the pandemic started, and businesses and organizations were closing, but not so much libraries. So the hashtag protect library workers came about because naturally they were very concerned for going to work every day and still being able to live. So I was kind of, not deconstructing, that's an odd word to use, but kind of digging into that movement, which is still ongoing, because right now there's push by library workers to get vaccinated, to be bumped up in the groups. I completely understand it. I feel like they're on par with teachers in many respects. So I don't understand why they aren't already part of the vaccination group. I was just vaccinated yesterday, so still a little sore, but happy to be vaccinated. I hope you all are able to get vaccinated soon, or if you already are, yay! Congratulations! It's exciting. It makes it seem like there's an end in sight, somewhat. We still have a way to go, but yes. So I'll show you what I'm reading right now. A friend mentioned this book to me just because I really like nonfiction. Hidden Valley Road, Inside the Mind of an American Family. So it's basically about a family where they have 12 children, and over the course of as the children were aging, 6 of the 10 boys within the family developed schizophrenia. And so it digs into that, about the genetic issues, other issues that were going on in the family. But it's a really interesting read. I like anything because I'm very mental health. I thought I heard a cat. I was hoping Emmy Lou would make an appearance. If not, there's my calendar with a tiny picture of Emmy Lou as a kitten. So maybe she'll make an appearance or not. But yeah, I just started this book while I was waiting in line to be vaccinated. So I started it yesterday. I've been digging into some, right now I've been reading more LIS stuff. Right now I'm staring at Deconstructing Service in Libraries, which I would love to have you all read one of the chapters. I think I follow both of the authors, or the co-editors for the book. I would pull it down, but it is a basic academic library book cover, or basic cover, a maroon cover with no graphics. And I also just knock over all my books that are right behind me. As you can see, you wouldn't think they'd be as precariously situated as they are, but once you pull one out, all of them go to pieces. IKEA bookshelves, or IKEA bookends. Anyway, where I was going with that is my deep affection for, not affection, but my passion for mental health, especially within the LAS community. And this isn't about librarians, but it is about mental health. So why not educate myself even more on a mental illness that I don't know quite enough about? What else is going on? We had, last week was LAS Mental Health Week. If you're unfamiliar with it, I'm involved in a group of people who, there was originally two people who started it, and it started in 2016. Yes. And it's just kept moving. And we've created zines. We're coming out with the fourth zine March 20th. So that's when we'll start shipping that out to people. If you don't know what a zine is, I'll include a link. And if you want to learn more about some of the organization that I'm involved in, LAS Mental Health, which is also a hashtag on Twitter if you're on library Twitter, I'll also include that when I upload this video. Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of work. We had a Twitter chat last week, and those Twitter chats are always ongoing. You can, I keep saying, if you're on Twitter, it's just, there's a thriving library community on Twitter. There used to be one on Tumblr, which is, but that was years ago. I feel like some years ago, called Tumblrians. I think it's just because on my social media accounts, I follow so many librarians, and a lot of my friends are librarians, people I've met at conferences when we used to be able to go to conferences physically. So I met a lot of people, and my social networks are primarily library and academic, or the cross between the two somehow. The intersection of the two. That's an educated sounding word. Let's see. Sometimes when I talk, I forget to take a breath and pause and let you, much like when I'm teaching, if anybody has to see me teach in action, I forget to breathe sometimes, and that's never good. What else? Oh, here, I can show. Slide over. Boom. Whoa. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about. Maybe I've already showed you all. This is our first edition, Reserve and Renew, the LAS Mental Health Zine. This is our second issue. And this is our third issue, and we're about to come out with our fourth. They're through donations, a $5 donation to LAS Mental Health, and that money goes to actually a fantastic organization that you might want to know as a future librarian. It's Mental Health USA. It's an organization that helps train community members about mental health and substance abuse. So like how to be in the moment of crisis, how to be some sort of assistance. No, that isn't, Mental Health USA is not. Let me double check. Mental Health First Aid USA. Jeez. Anyway, they have courses that I've taken it before. They have one focused on adult mental health first aid and youth mental health first aid. So it covers anxiety, depression, substance abuse, other disorders where there's psychosis, ADHD, eating disorders, just all sorts of things. That one's more specifically for youth. That's the one I took. So ages 12 to 18 is kind of the youth spectrum, or what we go by in research or in talking about youth. Let's see. So yeah, these have been a labor of love. I got to be interviewed by Milwaukee NPR about them last year, like right before COVID hit. It's kind of funny in a weird way. It's, yeah, because it's like the 1 year anniversary. This is not going to be a discussion about the pandemic, because we are living that right now. So I hope you all are well, and you seem to be doing good based on the discussion board and what I'm seeing in the comments. I love it when you all leave comments, because it makes us feel, it makes the class feel more, just feel like we're actually a class. We're not people across the United States doing a class asynchronously, but we're actual people who have lives, and we're talking to one another and just engaging. So I think that's a really great way to keep us connected. There's some upcoming stuff going on with the ALA student chapter at SOIS. Mackenzie is the secretary, I believe. Double check. I'm the advisor, so you would think I would definitely know. But so if you have any questions, please ask. Either Mackenzie or I definitely am very happy to be an advisor for such a great group, doing some really interesting programming. They just did one on OER, Open Educational Resources, if I'm correct, and there's going to be a social towards the end of the year. I just looked briefly over the email before I was talking, but if you're not getting these emails, that's confusing, because I think they send them out to all the students in SOIS. I don't know, as faculty and as academic staff, our instructors, we don't get student emails. It'd be kind of nice to know what was being put out to you all, but c'est la vie. This is just the way it kind of goes. So I would like to know what you all are learning about, or what program is going on, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, so this has been taking up some time, and writing. This publisher perish is a very true thing in academia. I can say that word correctly. But let's see, anything else going on? I showed you what I'm reading. Emily was asleep on the couch. So that's Emily. Tiny Emily. And it's a beautiful blue sky day here in Milwaukee. Surprisingly warm for us. So I think it's 46. That's not really warm. I'm from the South, so no, that's still cold. But compared to when we were in the negatives, that's warm to me now. Now I'm like, oh my gosh. Hopefully we'll get closer to spring. I don't see any hints of spring, but there's got to be some out there. There's got to be some spring giving us hope. So if you see flowers budding, or trees starting to grow leaves or something, yeah, post an image in the comments and give us all some hope for spring, especially those of us in the Midwest or just up north, because I lived in Georgia a good chunk of my life, and then in Florida, so winter is tough. Okay, I think that's all I have to say. I'm just rambling now. Remember about your upcoming assignments. Well, assignments. You do have upcoming assignments. The budget assignment is going to be due the 21st. If you have any questions, of course, please don't hesitate to ask me. Email those to me, and if I don't respond within a day or two, please email me again, because I really like to respond to your emails as quickly as possible. It's just they've been getting bogged down by all kinds of random stuff, and I don't want that to happen. And then after the budget assignment, we'll have a program planning, which, I don't know, that's really fun to me. I love to program plans, plan programs, and put programs on. It's one of the fun parts of being a librarian. I think a public librarian. I don't have as much experience as an academic librarian, so can't speak for that. Let's see, what else? If you would like me to take a look at your assignment, a couple of you already did that with the library spreadsheets. You can send it to me as long as it's not like the day it's due, but send it to me and I'll take a look over it and give you some feedback, make some suggestions, or tell you it looks really great and it's ready to submit. I don't have a problem doing that. I know I repeat myself in probably each video. I think this is the third. Last semester, I was so much better about every week posting a video, but I'm getting back in the swing of things. With spring coming, I think a little more upbeat, get out of that seasonal depression. I don't know if you've struggled with that, but it's a real thing. So yes, let's see. Looking forward to a couple books coming out, but I'll talk about those next video, and I'll talk some more about just public librarianship. If you had any particular questions about being a public librarian, working in public libraries, being a manager, let me know. I'm more than happy to answer any and all in this video. Yes, because we're coming up with dealing with the book about I hate to say not patrons with issues, just conflict in the library really is the basic way to say that. And in many cases, librarians, this tends to fall on teenagers. Like, teenagers are the problem when they're just teenagers. Anyway, that's my soapbox to go on as a youth researcher. But I hope you all have a wonderful day, afternoon, morning, whenever you watch this. And please let me know if you need anything. And yeah, comment below about spring or just whatever's going on. I hope you're doing well. I'll talk to you next video, and it will be next week. I'm gonna make myself a schedule, like a YouTuber, like a real one, a professional one that gets stuff.